Hey everybody, this is Jerichos, and welcome to my brand new Let's Play. We're launching into another Double Fine game. This time, we're going to be exploring the cave. This is a just absolutely charming adventure game. It's kind of creepy, but it's got a great sense of humor, which, let's be honest, is to be expected for a Double Fine game. Rather than sit here and talk about it, why don't I let the game itself tell us a little bit more?
Welcome. Don't let my sultry and mysterious voice startle you. For hundreds, nay thousands, nay tens of thousands of years, people have come to me in search of what they desire most. Few find what they are looking for. Even fewer ever leave. Welcome to the cave. That's me, the cave. Yes, I'm a talking cave. Don't laugh. It makes dating hell. Besides, I have a really interesting story to tell you this evening, so pay attention. It's a story of 7 people and a glimpse into a dark place in each of their hearts. But be careful before you judge. There is a dark place in your heart as well. Someday you will find yourself descending my depths in search of what you desire. And you might not like what you find either. But enough about you. This is about them.
Yes, this is about them. Meet our 7 characters. Now the fun part about this game, you only pick 3. And you take those 3 through the game, and what you encounter, how the game plays out, is different depending on who you pick. Let's get a little bit about each of our characters.
Moving along. The knight. He is on a quest for a sword of unequaled power and prestige. But will he find it before anyone else gets hurt? The hillbilly. On this fine night, he searches for his true love, but does desire burn too brightly in his heart? The time traveler. She is here to right a wrong 1,000,000 years in the making. Fortunately for her, yesterday is a new day. The scientist. She is on the cusp of a great discovery for all of humankind, and 100 million lives hang in the balance. The adventurer. She is hot on the trail of her lost companions and unequaled ancient treasure, but not necessarily in that order. The twins. They just want to go outside and play. What could be more innocent than that? The monk. He seeks his master so he can become the master. It's a journey filled with peace and enlightenment. And murder. I'm sorry.
So yeah, we've got quite a few characters. I'm going, for this playthrough, to pick the knight, the hillbilly, and the time traveler. There's a specific reason for that, and we'll get to that eventually. But I'm going to make sure we have at least one episode dedicated to each of the characters, so you'll still get to see the others and how to go through their stages. But once you pick your first character, you actually have to head to the right and grab a crowbar. I love what the game does. If there's any interactive object or something, the text appears on screen, like shoddy barricade, to let you know there's something you can interact with. So we're going to break apart this barricade and start our journey in earnest. And the cool thing is you switch back and forth between all the different characters. The game does have multiplayer, but it's kind of awkward. It's really designed to be a single player experience. Now, we want to head to the left, but we can't get up there. So, you'll find a staple of this game, blocks you can push. Move it on over, and we'll eventually, yeah, there we go. We'll get it close enough that we can hop on it and climb on up. Now this warning sign, this says doesn't recommend multiple people. Well, let's hop on.
You break it, you buy it. Just saying. I don't think that bridge has been safety tested with more than 2 people.
Now, what's the worst that could happen? Let's go ahead and grab the hillbilly, bring him on down. And already, you're going to see one thing that was kind of a critique about this game from some people. There's a bit of backtracking, or bringing the same characters down the same path, or different characters down the same path multiple times. I don't think it's too bad, except for a few small circumstances, but we'll speed it up occasionally if it gets bad.
Careful. If that bridge breaks, there might be no way back up. And by if, I mean when that bridge breaks. Who am I kidding?
I kind of love the way the bridge is actually breaking. You see the parts falling down. And our time traveler with the hover boots. I hope you don't mind that, little whirring noise. We're going to be hearing that a lot. Thankfully, it's not too bad. Now, the cool thing is, you see, now that we have all 3 of our characters, you use the control pad to switch back and forth between them. That's how you keep control. And now... it's kind of interesting. If you've played the game before and you look closely as we fell, there were little hints and, secrets to show what's coming. But now we'll head to the right and see the cave souvenir shop and some guy who's crying. Let's talk to him. Gift shop clerk.
Oh, I hope you're not here to visit the cave, because we're closed. A gruesome and horrific accident has occurred, and there's no way we can open. No way. I shudder to even describe to you what has transpired. For the nightmares will forever haunt your every thought.
Well, if you insist.
When I came in, we had no trinkets to sell in the gift shop.
Well, that's okay. Let us through the door anyway. Yeah, you can't enter. And he's so upset that he's not doing his job and letting us go through. So I guess we'll leave.
You know, there is a way I could reopen, allowing you fine adventurers to partake in the unique experience that only the cave has to offer. I just need 3 small trinkets to sell. Just 3. Let me say that number again. 3. Take this giant novelty-sized key. It's cute, isn't it? Open the employee's back entrance. I'm sure you'll find some treasures worthy of the cave's gift shop.
Why not? Let's take the novelty-sized key and head onward. Now, something cool you'll notice here, the time traveler actually floats over water if you keep moving. There's no real purpose to that, but it's kind of cool. Now we head on down.
He is a funny little man, isn't he? I should probably fire him. I think he's dipping into the till.
Now here's a nice thing that happens. When you reach certain points, your other characters come and join you. It's good so you don't have to bring them along really long paths. And we've got a cave painting on the wall there. We'll eventually be able to get that, but I'll show you in a sec when we manage to go through and find them. And now for the second staple, lever pulling. Yep, this is an adventure game through and through. We've got puzzles to solve. Once we've pulled these 2 levers, it opens up the gate enough to get through, jump across, and lock it in place. Perfect. Now you'll notice spikes below. What's the worst that could happen? The worst is I don't actually jump in the pit.
There's no dying in the cave. At least not this soon. So much left for them to learn.
I love it. You actually don't die. Like, if you die, you get sent back to another place. So it's not like it restarts an area. It's pretty forgiving. But there is a trophy for beating the game without dying. Obviously, I'm not doing that this playthrough, and this isn't really the optimal party to do that. But it's something to try for. I'm going to die again.
You know, the truth is, I can't let anyone die in here because of what it would do to my insurance rates.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the reason.
Okay, I think they're just dying for fun now.
Yeah, I loved those messages the first time. So now we're going to head to the left, and we've got another pit, and... Huh. It's a crystal formation. What happens if we try to jump over the pit?
Apparently, I'm the only one down here who doesn't want anyone to die.
Yeah, Crystal Monster is in our way. So instead, we're going to start hopping up here. And our first cave painting we can grab... The Peasant Boy. It's kind of neat. The cave paintings will tell the stories of the characters that you bring down into the cave. Collect them all, and it kind of tells you, their past and what's going to happen to them. Now, we've got an old well. Use the crowbar, you knock off the rusty crank. We're going to be using a lot of one item to get another item type things in this game. Bring the crank back over to that other well. And we fix it. Once it's fixed, give it a whirl, and we grab a bucket. I love that it was broken, so we fix it, and then we break it worse. Now this is the Time Traveler. Behold the future. Yeah, each of the characters has their own unique symbol for cave paintings, and you'll want to try to grab all of those, especially if you're going for 100%. Now we'll take the bucket up top. There's a very good reason we want this bucket. You can kind of hear that zapping noise. Here, let me drop the bucket first. We want the fuse from this fuse box. Just trust me, we do. But if you try to grab it while the water's dripping, yeah, it doesn't end very well.
Like I said, there's no dying in the cave.
So instead, you place the bucket on top of the fuse box, and it catches the drip, so it's now safe to grab it. Now we gotta bring the fuse all the way back down. And down here where the hillbilly went and pulled the switch, there's a couple vending machines. Pop the fuse box in, and we can get new grog and a hot dog. Pop them both in, see what we get. Alright, let's drink some new grog. Yeah, that's all the purpose that serves. It's just a fun little thing. Nope, I don't want to take the fuse. I want the hot dog. There we go. Now we're going to do something cool here. In each area we go through, there's usually at least one hidden trophy of something special to do. In this case, we're going to toss the hot dog on the pit of spikes, then jump across and have him do that flame again.
Like I said, there's no dying in the cave.
To roast the weenie, and... well done. And now we've got a nice toasty hot dog on a stick. I like that it's, got the steam coming up. That's a pretty nice touch. Now we could ring the bell and the monster will come over and start eating a hot dog, but we don't want to do that just yet. First, we switch back to the hillbilly and we're grabbing the fuse. Head on up, and we have to take the fuse back where we first got it, because it operates some machinery up there we need. We might be already being able to figure out what exactly it is we're doing to solve this. So, bring it up here. Levers and such. If you pull them, it causes a crane to go down. And where does it land? It grabs the hot dog. That's right, it's straight above here. So, the trick is, ring the bell. Monster comes over, pull the switch. Yep, simple as that. Oh, poor little crystal cave monster. Anyway, now we can finally get past him and find our first hillbilly cave painting. Growing up hillbilly. Oh, poor little boy. I love his matching, little bear fishing with him with one eye. And I'm seeing a piece of a space shuttle, a cruise ship, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and actually a giant flying saucer there as well. Yeah, this is a big area. Crashed plane down there. There's lots going on in the cave that we never really find out about. But for here, I say let's play with some explosives. You grab a stick of dynamite from the box, bring it on up, and have some fun by lighting the flame. Now, an interesting thing is each character has their own unique ability by pressing triangle. For instance, the knight can turn invincible, and as long as he's standing completely still with that on, he cannot be hurt. Now, he can't move while it's on, but it keeps him from damage. So, I like doing this with this spot. Turn invincible, and blow it up. Yeah, normally if you blew it up standing right there, you would die, but it's just a nice touch using the invincibility. Now we're about to find our trinkets. The first one here, a jeweled skull. Alright, I think that's good to hold on to. Let's have the hillbilly go find the next one. His special ability is he can breathe underwater indefinitely. You hold triangle and you'll see he creates a bubble around his head. Actually, kind of like the move from Ukulele. We'll grab our cursed guitar. And now we'll bring the time traveler. Her special move is the ability to phase through gates. So, you're normally supposed to bring one of your characters here to hold the gate open and the other one to pass through. And you can either use the scientist on that control console to keep the gate open or the time traveler to phase through. So, most puzzles have at least one way that a certain character can kind of cheat. I'm going to be showing the normal way to solve each puzzle because you want to be able to do it with no matter what party you have. But I'll point out if a character has a unique solution at any point. This is the one time where I won't bring someone up to hold the door because I explained it and she just phased through. Now we get a Thespianship Award. So we've got our 3 trinkets and we've got an elevator because we want to go back up. Talk to the gift store clerk. Hit the button a second time to start it going back up and climb aboard. And hey, here we are with the new grog and the hot dog. Now we climb on up. You can kind of jump up ladders to ascend them a little quicker. Can't do that with ropes though. Although, gotta say, one-handed pulling herself up while holding on to that trinket, that's kind of impressive. Now we float on over and back to the clerk. Let's give him the trinkets and see what he has to say.
Well, that's 1 trinket, a far cry from 3 trinkets.
Alright, how about a cursed guitar?
Ah, trinket numero 2. Maybe I didn't pay attention during math class, but 2 is less than 3. Ah, the 3rd glorious trinket. I have to say, you have surprised me. I figured you'd give up after 1.
Hello, you gonna open the door, buddy? Yeah, you gotta talk to him one more time.
Oh, right. Sorry.
And the door opens. Now before anything else, very important, we want to stop by the postcard display and grab a postcard. We're going to be taking this with us through the entire cave. So, we're going to head on through for a cave tour, and got an old sign. Huh, I wonder what this says. Limited liability waiver for the cave.
By entering this cave, the cave, you hereby agree to hold harmless the Cave Inc., its parent company, Amalgamated Aluminum Holdings, and all subsidiaries of the cave, whether real or fictitious, in any and all injuries, physical, emotional, or spiritual, during the duration of your visit to the cave, and for a minimum of 1 year and a maximum of 5 years upon exiting the cave. The cave is also not responsible for any damage or loss or theft of or to personal items and clothing. You also agree in full to reimburse the cave for any damage you might or might not have caused during your visit. Enjoy your spelunking.
Whew! That's, that bodes well. So, we'll head on through here. Make sure, very important, somebody's holding on to the postcard. And we jump down.
Well, that was a close one. It does bode well for our intrepid spelunkers that they navigated that maze of intrigue. I have high hopes for this group, much better than the last. I think they may still be down here. I should probably get them out. Nothing scares away the tourist like a rotting corpse.
And you saw we got the trophy Shoplifting. That's for taking the postcard with us as we go through. Now, as I said, very important. We need to keep that postcard with us through the whole time. It's possible to lose it or forget it, so you need to be very careful of that. And we got a nice little pulley system here. It's kind of fun. You have to have one person holding it down to bring the other person through. And another cave painting. Another one for the night. An opportunity. Well, why not? So, Hillbilly going through, and let's go grab our time traveler. It's a nice touch of the game, like when a character is holding an item and you switch to that character, it will tell you what they're holding, so you immediately know. And we can't get through it until the knight moves, so we're going to climb back up. Now, the normal way you're supposed to do this with most characters is grab this box, bring it over here, so the character can fall on it and not die, because they won't be falling from so high. But we've got the knight. He just turns invincible as he jumps down. Nice way to sneak on through. And we've got a door here with what looks like a pressure sensor. 3 dots. And we open it up. What awaits us down below? Well, at this point, you're going to have to wait to find out. That's going to wrap up our first part of this adventure. Next time, we're descending deeper, and we might just find out a little bit more about the truth of one of our characters. And as the cave said, what darkness lies in their heart. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like, and click subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. It's the best way to stay updated with the channel. I'll see you guys next time.